Hello, family and friends of First Presbyterian Church. You may notice I'm coming to you from a different place in the church building. I'm here in the youth room. Now, why am I here? Because this Sunday is Youth Sunday, and it's a favorite Sunday every year. It's the Sunday we turn the service over to the youth and to the young adults who lead us in worship, and we always get fresh perspectives. I always look forward to Youth Sunday. Now, sadly, I'll be away this Sunday for a glad reason. I'll be in Huntsville for a pre-wedding celebration for Joe and his fiancée, Jen. She's coming down to Alabama to meet the family who are not able to make it to the wedding this June. So I'll be watching Youth Sunday service online this week. I'm looking forward to it. Now, as many of you know, I have continued to work with youth even in retirement. I'm one of 10 advisors who work with the youth at Black Mountain Presbyterian. Many of us are over 60 years old. You don't have to be young to work with youth. And this will be the third year I'm working as a small group leader for the Montreat Youth Conference, where I'll be meeting with about 15 youth each week, and we'll go through a wonderful experience together. When I first started that work, one of my friends asked me, "Now, why would you want to work with youth?" He said, "They just seem like aliens to him." And I said, "Exactly, right. For in many ways we are aliens to one another as we grow up in strange worlds that are different from each other, at least different times. Our world is different than the one they live in today. And I learned so much by working with youth. I'm deeply nurtured by the faith of our younger generation who are seeking and searching in their own journey. And I love a good faith journey. Even more, I love the relationships that we form. I guess that's really why I work with youth. It's about relationships with God and with the younger generation. Cross-generational relationships have been so important in the life of the church. I mean, I can't help think of people like Helen Pulliam, who had friends of all ages here at First Presbyterian when I was here. I think of the many adults who were part of the team of my youth advisors when I was growing up, and some were older. I think of playing guitar with Mr. Williams when I was a teenager at the church. We would gather in his house and we would practice guitar with each other. Here, this 16-year-old and he, a 70-year-old. All of these adults loved me into the faith. That's why church has always been important to me. And so now I work with youth because of those relationships and wanting to pay forward the gift that others gave to me. There's another reason I work with youth, because they also open my eyes to the wonder of life and faith. They give me new perspectives. Parker Palmer has a book called On the Brink of Everything, Grace, Gravity, and Growing Old. I recommend it to you. These are reflections on life as he is now over 80 years old. He's a wise thinker and a wise writer. The title of his book comes from a young friend, Courtney Martin, and her little baby daughter, who was 16 months old when he wrote the book. She had described her daughter as being on the brink of everything in an essay. Her life filled with wonder, just open to the wonders of the world. She wrote an essay about that, and then Parker Palmer read the words and said, "I just thought, my gosh, as I get into my late 70s, I'll be 80 in February, I'm just like a 16-month-old toddler because my eyes are being opened to the world in new ways," which is, of course, how Courtney described her daughter. Courtney was taking great joy in watching her daughter walk around open-eyed and full of wonder, and as she said, on the brink of everything. And that's exactly where I am too, because I'm looking differently at the past, the present, and the future. It was listening to someone of another generation that opened his eyes to wonder. Well, working with youth do that for me as well, and I'm deeply grateful, especially for the youth I've come to know here at First Presbyterian. I want to say thank you for opening my heart and eyes and faith to the wonder of this world that we live in today. And I want to say I so appreciate the gift of life that God offers us at every stage. May we always live on the brink of everything, no matter where we are in life. And may our lives always be blessed with intergenerational friendships. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. I'll be joining you online. And as always, may the peace of our Lord be with you.